Fossils in the earth layers. Another foundation for the theory of evolution is that the layers of earth, or the strata, were built up over millions of years, with these fossils being formed in these layers over thousands or millions of years. Now, a large majority of these strata, that is, the layers of the rock, are sedimentary rock. That means they are made with water. Now, water increases the decay rate considerably in almost all cases. Dead organisms would have to lay there for hundreds, thousands, or even millions of years in their original state without decaying or losing their shape, while the fossils and the strata were being formed around them, thus maintaining their shape. Well, some fossilized trees reach into multiple layers, meaning they would have to survive tens of millions of years without decaying while they are fossilizing. Now, can you imagine a dead deer, a dinosaur, or a butterfly just lying on the ground without being eaten by scavengers or rotting away? That would mean no animals or insects or bacteria could consume them. But almost always, the only thing that is left of a dead animal lying on the ground, that is in a setting with a large amount of moisture, is the skeleton. And even that will disappear in a few months or years in that type of an environment. This lack of decay would be unusual for months, much less hundreds, thousands, or millions of years. Now, science does not give evidence that this is happening, or even could occur, especially on a wholesale basis, particularly, once again, if there is a lot of moisture. Now, some fossilized organisms would normally have significant decay in hours. These would include moths and butterflies with very delicate wing parts. Other fossils, such as fish giving birth or another in the process of eating its last meal, fossilized with another fish sticking out of its mouth, would have had to have been fossilized instantaneously. The fact that many full butterfly and moth fossils have been discovered would imply that the strata was formed very quickly, in days, hours, or minutes in some cases. The only explanation would be that the sedimentary rock was formed quickly, such as in a large or worldwide flood situation, where the shapes could be preserved instantaneously as the cement-like material covered it and hardened over the creature. That way, the shape would have been preserved immediately. But is a worldwide flood like this possible? Well, during the floods that occurred due to Mount St. Helens, to the eruption, strata were formed in literally minutes. Now, although these layers were much smaller than the strata found throughout most of the world, the strata, such as we find in the Grand Canyon, could have been formed in hours or days if the flood conditions were many times greater, such as in a worldwide flood. A global flood could have been thousands or millions of times more powerful than the Mount St. Helens flood. So, naturally, the layers of strata would have been many times larger. When some say that strata and fossils found in the strata are millions of years old, they are assuming that each layer took a long period of time to form. But the evidence that is available throughout the world is that which supports a quick formation of the layers of the earth. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for visiting evosecrets.com.